What's going on YouTube? It's Alvin the director, and I'm back again with another video. For those who are new to the channel, I'm in week 12 of Officer Candidate School in Fort Benning, Georgia, and I'll be commissioning as a second lieutenant on August 6, 2019, and I'll be headed to Signal Bullock right after that. So today's video is going to be about 7 things I wish I knew before the Army. This can relate to OCS or just join the military in general. So the first thing I wish I knew before joining the Army is ask for help. So like growing up, I've always been like independent. So like asking for help was something that was hard for me. And it's still something that I struggle with. But you know, being in the Army, you have to be willing to ask for help. There's never gonna be you know, a task where you can just do it all by yourself. Or if it is, like it'll slow you down with, you know, your other tasks for the day. So you have to ask for help. There are always gonna be people here that are gonna be willing to lend you a hand and help you out wherever you need you know, help at. So ask for help. Don't be the type of person that wants to just do everything by themselves, or else you're gonna get bogged down and you're not gonna really be able to be productive as you want to be, because you know you're trying to do everything yourself. So you know, don't be stubborn, you know, like myself, and you know, just reach out to someone and ask for help, especially when you're tasked with a big project. The second thing is failures are encouraging. So just like, you know, anything in life, you're gonna fail. It's gonna happen. Failure is something that, you know, is gonna happen a lot, especially in the military. So there have been several times here, especially at OCS, where, you know, I might have failed like a particular task or something that was graded, and so I was a no-go, and I had to, you know, retake it. And at first, early on in the cycle, I was like, hey man, like, you know, this sucks. Like I want to pass everything, like everyone. Nobody wants to fail. So like being a no-go, you know, in your first time going through, like it can kind of suck. So I used those failures on whatever event that was to prepare myself for the next time that I do it, and to kind of teach myself that, you know, you're not always gonna pass. You're not always gonna win. Failures is gonna happen, but you know, use them as encouragement. At the end of the day, you have to keep moving forward. So don't let those failures, you know, get the best of you. The next thing is work as a team. So, you know, that kind of goes hand in hand with asking for help. You know, like I just kind of, you know, use me as an example again. I like to do everything, you know, by myself, you know, just being independent. But, you know, being in the Army, you have to be willing to work as a team. So there's going to be several times where you'll be tasked with something that, you know, you're required to work with others. So you have to be able to work with a group of different people from different backgrounds who might do things, you know, different ways, and you have to be able to still accomplish the mission. So an example of this is like if you're out, say you're doing a squad mission, you have to be able to know what the other people in your squad are doing at all times in order to effectively move through the target and complete the objective. Without that teamwork, then you're not going to really be, you know, too successful. So work as a team, don't be stubborn, you know, and be willing to always do more than, you know, what's expected of you. Be honest to yourself. I can't stress this enough. This is probably the most important, you know, thing that I wish I knew before the military. And that's just being honest to yourself at all times. When no one's watching, you know, you're still expected to do the right thing. So say you're doing PT, you know, you're doing a release run, and you're told to run 2 miles. Like, don't try to, you know, cut out early and say that you did 2 miles, or don't, you know, half-ass your push-ups or sit-ups and say that you did all your reps, because at the end of the day, you're only cheating yourself. And you have to look at yourself in the mirror every morning and be like, hey, did I give 100%? Or you can look at yourself in the mirror and know that, you know, you fooled everybody out there, but you know, you can't fool yourself at the end of the day. Be honest to yourself. There's no shortcuts in life. If you want, you know, the best out of life, it's gonna take some sacrifice, and you're gonna have to work hard. So be honest to yourself and push your limits. The next thing is leadership cannot be taught in a classroom. So before OCS, like I was kind of excited because you know, I thought that we'd have a lot of classes here on leadership, which we did. We had a couple classes on leadership, but in the military in general, I don't care what, you know, part of the military that you're in, you can't like sit down in the actual classroom environment and learn leadership. Leadership is only done through experience, and it's going to take a lot of failures before you kind of develop your own leadership style. And that's something that I struggled with, especially early on, because I thought that I could just write down all the answers and become an effective leader. But I realized once we actually, you know, put things into place, that it doesn't work out that way. You have to kind of figure out who you are, and again, be honest with yourself to learn, you know, your leadership style. And that's the only way you can really become an effective leader, is by learning your leadership style and knowing who you are as a person. Whenever you accomplish something, reach out and help a friend. So say there's an activity or an event that you're just really good at. It doesn't do you any justice to just be great at it and then be done. You want to reach out to someone that's struggling and help them up. So say for instance you're really good academically, and you know for a fact that you're about to ace a test. Well, there's always going to be someone in your platoon that is going to struggle. So reach out to that person, help them out. Be like, hey man, what can I help you with, or how can I help you study, because I really want you to pass this test. It serves you no good if you're great at something and you don't help out anyone else. That's just part of being a great person. Seeing someone struggling and lending them a hand whenever they need it. The last thing that I'll leave you with is you gain a lot of respect by your peers by doing the dirty work. So there's going to be several times where you're going to be tasked with details that no one wants to do. It's just a part of life. You're going to, be given a shitty task by hire and you're expected to execute. But you gain respect by doing those details that no one else wants to do. So say they ask for some volunteers for a detail that, everyone kind of, turns their head and hopes they don't get called on. You'll gain that respect by volunteering for that, dirty job and just getting it done. Your peers are really going to respect you a lot for that. Don't be scared of hard work. Everything is temporary, so it might suck during the moment, but it's something that you can get through. So volunteer for those dirty details. Get your hands dirty, and your teammates, they're really going to be like, hey, I really respect him because, he's always willing to volunteer, and that'll kind of motivate them to volunteer for those dirty details as well. If you have any questions about anything else that may be beneficial for you before joining the military, go ahead and drop them in the comments below, and I'll answer those in a video. You can also shoot me a DM on Instagram at Alvin the Director. I'm Alvin the Director, and I'm out.